Lin Feng, I'm not marrying you. I've been reborn. Back to the day Sume and I got married. Last time, I married Sume. Ended up raising Liu Yaozu's kid for 13 years for him. Ha ha ha. But now, I'm not the same Lin Feng anymore. Lin Feng, stop pretending. Let me ask you. Where did you spend the dowry and betrothal gifts my parents gave me? Where did it all go? Bought a factory. By what factory? Hongqing Bus Factory. Bought it outright. I'm going to build electric cars next. Hongqing Bus Factory. That bankrupt place that's been closed for half a year. Not even stray dogs want to go in. Make electric vehicles? Isn't that just a battery car with 4 wheels? Lin Feng's lost it. It's the golden age of joint venture fuel cars right now. And he's chasing after electric cars. Investing his wife's dowry. This old man's got a wild imagination. He must be crazy for money. Lin Feng, are you out of your mind? You're giving up on your district manager job at Empire Motors. And blowing our wedding money on a busted factory? Man, you have no shame. At least I do. I'm not getting married today. Times are changing. Fuel car profits won't last for long. Electric is the future. Hongqing still has a solid foundation. We just need to pivot. We can make our own new energy cars. Take our fate into our own hands. Better than being a foreign company's worker forever. Enough. Uncle Sue, I trust you with my daughter. Because you're steady and bold. I hoped you'd carry on my legacy. But now you're talking about electric, no tech, no supply chain, no money. That makes it a nothing product. We can develop the technology. Set up the supply chain. The money will come when we get big. No way foreign capital will control our auto industry forever. You're dreaming. Auto industry has 100 years of barriers. Joint ventures already control engines and transmissions. Fuel cars will always rule the market. What do you have to compete with them? That useless factory. That can't even pay its workers? The battery car you'll build. Is it just for crashing into their bumpers? Get real. Kid. You're not good enough for my daughter. Get out of here. Uncle Sue's right. Nothing's worse than not knowing yourself. Bao LV7 series. Lin Feng. Heard you quit the district manager job at Empire Motors. Funny, I just took your spot. And picked up a new car while I was at it. Old man joyride. That thing's only good for muddy village roads. Do you know how much profit one Empire car makes now? Way more than your factory could make in 10 years. With me? You get bodyguards and cars. With you? What, he's supposed to ride your junky EV and starve? Yaozu, stop wasting your breath. He's just a broke, crazy guy. Full of wild fantasies. Being Empire's manager is just serving foreign bosses. Picking at their scraps. You proud of that? What did you say? I said you're just vassals for foreign brands. Once the tide turns, you'll be left with nothing. Everyone here, remember this. It's not Sume refusing the wedding. I'm the one tossing her aside. Lin Feng, who do you think you are? You dare dump me? You're just a shallow, money-obsessed woman. If we don't align, we go separate ways. Lin Feng, if you walk out today, don't ever think about coming back. According to the weather station, heavy rain is hitting the city tonight. There'll be local thunderstorms and strong winds. Boss Lin, come quick. Something happened at the factory. What happened? Over 40 workers are surrounding the office building. They're holding wrenches and iron bars. Say they haven't been paid in 3 months. If they don't get paid tonight, they'll smash all the scrap and equipment. The ringleader is Wang Meng, a young worker. He has a bad temper. No one can calm him down. How much money is left in the factory account? Just 30,000. That's for the electricity bill. Boss Lin, they're really angry. The front gate is about to get knocked down. Keep them steady. Tell Wang Meng. I'll be there in 20 minutes. They'll get every cent they're owed. Looks like this rain just started. If we can't get the money today, I'll break down the press and sell it for scrap. Calm down, Wang Meng. The new boss will be here soon. He said he'll solve the wage problem. Bullshit. Last month, that boss named Huang, he said the same thing. But he ran off with all the copper wire. If nothing happens today, then Wang Meng's gonna bust someone's head. Yeah, if we smash stuff we get a cut. Ugh. Damn it. Who's here to mess up the factory? So you're the sucker who took over. Cut the crap, pay the 3 months you owe us. It's 400 grand. If you don't pay today, your crappy car and all its parts stay here. Is 400,000 that much? Stop fronting. If you can cough up 400 grand, I'll kneel and bow to you. Where's Engineer Dong? Boss Lin, thank God you're here. It's chaos. There's a pawn shop in Old Southern Street. Open 24/7, run by Ghost Han Zhang. Tell him this is the Lin family jade pendant. If he can't give me at least $1 million for it, he might as well shut down. Boss Lin, that's your family heirloom. If you pawn it, it's gone for good. I bought Hongxing with no exit plan. Take a cab right now. I want cash here in half an hour. Okay, I'm going now. Heh, they're just acting. Trying to fool us with some random rock. In half an hour, the money will be here. Every cent of your wages will be paid. Also, anyone who stays today gets an extra 5 grand as a retention bonus. But once you take the money, you follow my rules. Hongxing won't make buses anymore. No more fuel cars. Only pure electric vehicles. You all hear that? This guy's nuts. The streets are full of Empire and M-Country gasoline cars. He wants to make battery cars. If we follow him, we'll starve sooner or later. Wang Meng's right. This factory's done for. Take the money and leave. You're Wang Meng, right? Want to leave? I won't stop you. Take your money and go be a factory dog at some joint venture. For the rest of your life. Worn out and sick. Then kicked out with nothing. Who are you calling a dog? Isn't that the truth? You're standing right here. On land that held Dacia's first heavy industry. Hongxing built Dacia's first homegrown bus. Now, getting beaten by joint ventures. Can barely put food on the table. All you can do is smash your own tools for scraps. The profits from joint venture gas cars are just foreign companies milking us. They monopolize the technology, monopolize the parts, and keep us stuck as low-end assembly. Are you okay with that? I'm not okay with it. I want to build our own electric cars. I'm going to use EV technology and put those arrogant foreign brands all beneath us. I want the name Hongxing to make Dacia proud again. Here's your choice. First option. Wait until the money comes in, take your lousy paycheck, and leave. Hongxing's rise or fall will no longer have anything to do with you. Second option, stay here. Get a 5,000 yuan bonus. And work with me. I promise within 3 years, each of you will earn 3 times what foreign engineers make. Cars made by Hongxing will shock the world. Anyone can talk big, but I'm not buying it. I just don't believe EVs can beat gas cars. If I get the money, I'll take the crew to Imperial Factory. They provide food and housing there. Up to you. Boss Lin, 1.2 million, take it or leave it. Pay them. Let's go to Factory D. Why aren't you leaving? Boss Lin, us old guys can't get into joint ventures. They don't want us. Besides, we've been at Hongxing for 30 years. And after you said you want to build our own cars, we believe in you. Even if we lose it all in the end, we can accept that. Yeah, screw those foreign companies. Boss Lin, we're staying. Master Dong. Give every guy who stays a 5,000 yuan bonus. Everyone gets a day off tomorrow. Back to work at 8 a.m. the day after. Everyone at their post. Boss Lin, the cash has been paid. And the team is steady now. But to build pure electric cars, we don't have blueprints. No chassis. Just these few of us, how do we build it? 1 day off tomorrow. Everyone back at 8 a.m. the day after. Boss Lin, the cash has been paid. And the team is stable now. But to make a pure EV, we don't have blueprints. No chassis. Just our small team, how do we pull this off? Technology can be developed. But we need an entry point. A foundation that can cut the R&D timeline, Boss Lin. If you're really set on electric, come with me, I'll show you something. What is it? A secret kept for 8 years. 8 years ago, our old Hongqing factory boss led a team on a top-secret new energy project. Sadly, funding ran dry, and the boss had a sudden heart attack. The whole chassis has been locked up here since. Boss Lin, this chassis data is at least 5 years ahead of current market's gas-to-electric tech. With this, our R&D time will be cut by 1 full year. Get all the tech leads together. We'll draft the blueprints overnight. Our time is coming early. Boss Lin, we've studied the chassis data closely. The motor, battery box, counterweight, everything fits perfectly. Our first all-electric SUV. I'll name it Dawn. Just waiting for parts to arrive. Then we can start building the molds. Dawn will tear through the darkness. Good name. In the short term, focus all resources on building Dawn. Midterm plan. We'll set up our own EV lab in the factory. Long term, we'll cover the whole supply chain, from chips to battery cells. That's a great big picture plan. But right now, we can't even buy a single screw. It's a good long-term plan. But for now, we can't get even a single bolt. Since yesterday, all over Haicheng and nearby regions, auto parts suppliers in 3 provinces all pulled out at once. From automotive-grade chips to high-strength steel, even just a windshield, they've all cut us off. Even with cash, we can't buy parts now. I checked around. It's Lu Yaozu, the regional manager at Empire Motors. He said if anyone sells to Hongqing, they're making an enemy of him, and they'll be kicked out of joint venture supply for good. Boss Lin, what do we do now? Can't cook without rice. Foreign capital has infiltrated our civilian supply chain. I expected this. Since the usual channels are blocked. Let's choose a new path. Which path? One that's ours. There's a factory in the southwest. They're also working on new energy cars. Their parts cost 10% more. But they handle cold and shocks 3 times better than other parts on the market. But why would they help us? In times like these, anyone willing to stand up to Empire USA is our ally. Plus, I worked with those people years ago. As long as we go with sincerity and cash, we can get that deal done. Get the fleet ready. Tomorrow morning, we'll go ourselves. Mr. Lin, bad news. A group just showed up outside. They're driving 2 BMWs. They rammed right through our landing gear. They forced their way in. Let's go. Let's meet them. Wow, Boss Lin finally shows up. Haven't seen you for half a month. Heard your e-bike factory is doing great. Why didn't you go pick up scrap today? Breaking into a private business, huh? Lu Yaozu. You must be bored as regional manager. Lin Feng, drop the act. You think you can make cars just with some lousy blueprints? Dream on. I'm here to point you to the right path. Save you from drowning in debt. Look closely. This is for the Haicheng area. A supply cut signed by 120 auto parts makers. All of them signed and stamped it. From today on, without my approval, you can't buy a single part. Old snakes, you're pushing us to the edge. Humph, old man. Business is harsh. You should have seen it coming. Can't believe you're still obsessed with pure EVs. Foreign brands rule, right? Your rundown factory should have been dumped long ago. Lin Feng, for old time's sake, I asked Yaozu to leave you a way out. Take the 500,000 and the Red Star factory blueprints. Sign them all over to us. Take the money, and get back to the countryside. Stop making a fool of yourself. Lin Feng, don't push your luck. No parts. How are you gonna build cars? Gonna use mud? Sign and at least you get 500,000 out of it. Or your factory goes bankrupt tomorrow. See? Told you he's spineless. Won't hold out long. Are you crazy? 500,000 for Red Star's future? Lu Yaozu, you think a few stupid papers and some lackeys for foreign brands can strangle me? You think that's enough? Still acting tough. Let's see how you'll get out of this. Not using our supply chain, Let's see you build even a wheelchair. I'm not just building cars. I'll use materials you wouldn't even dare to imagine. Southwest Third Front. Ever heard of it? Their new special steel and aerospace-grade anti-EM chips. You trick customers with tin, but I'll use tank standards for my chassis. Impossible, you're bluffing. No way those companies make that stuff. None of your business. Dong, see our guests out. If either of those guys set foot in Red Star again, just toss them out. Will do. Lin Feng, you're tough. Don't get cocky too soon. We'll see if you can even leave Haicheng tomorrow. Boss Lin, Yaozu was hinting at something. Is he up to something else? He's just panicking. He'll probably use his Haicheng connections and get our assets sealed. Trap us here. So what do we do? Pack all the blueprints and core data tonight. Tell the drivers. We're leaving at 3 a.m. sharp. He wants to trap us. We'll slip away before he knows it. When we come back with materials from the third front, that's when his fate is sealed. Hello, Director Zhao? It's me, Yaozu. I want to report Red Star Bus Factory. Hoarding and smuggling chips. Huge amounts involved. Please bring your team early tomorrow. Seal their factory. Boss Lin, core blueprints and chassis data. Plus all those old machining tools. All loaded on the trucks. Ready to go. Director Zhao, here it is. Take a look. They're trying to move stolen goods overnight. Caught red-handed. Wasn't I right? Why are you breaking into a private business in the middle of the night? You're the legal rep for Red Star? Lin Feng, the bureau got a real name tip-off about Red Star Bus. Smuggling and hoarding a large batch of auto-grade chips. The sum is massive. Right now, we're lawfully searching and sealing your plant. Everyone, step back. Lin Feng, you're impressive. You acted all tough when tearing up the contract earlier. I thought you had some amazing tricks up your sleeve. Turns out you were gonna run away tonight. You don't want the 500,000. Now, you even have to wait in line to do prison labor. Surprised, Boss Lin? I told you, you won't make it out of Haicheng tomorrow. No parts available. So you went for smuggled goods. That's a serious crime. Today, these 3 cars and your busted factory are all getting sealed up. How do you think you can beat me? Smuggling chips. Don't bother playing dumb. Director Zhao, I saw it myself. They brought in a batch of foreign chips with no customs forms and moved them into the warehouse. Just open those truck containers, and you'll catch them red-handed. Let's see who dares touch our factory stuff. Out of the way, Director Dong. Director Zhao, it's all old surveying equipment. Just some bundles of old blueprints. And a few boxes of instant noodles. Forget chips. There's not even a single circuit board. No way. It's definitely in there. He must have hidden them in a false compartment. Director Zhao, have them tear the truck apart. There's no need to look. Hongqing factory can't even buy civilian chips. Because certain buyers blocked them off. How could I have money for smuggling? Director Zhao, since you came here in person tonight, I happen to have a formal report here too. It's about an embezzlement case worth 8 million. And smuggling. Lu Yaozu, you took advantage of your job as regional manager and embezzled company funds. Imported chips meant for joint venture cars were marked as scrap and sent to your shell company. Then you sold them at a high price to domestic dealers. You flipped 5 batches in just 3 months. That's 8.47 million involved. You're full of crap. You're slandering me. Director Zhao, this kid forged documents. He's making stuff up, I can't check it. Those foreign bosses don't know a damn thing. I just raised the scrap rate by 2%. And those chips ended up in my warehouse. Who would guess that abandoned fertilizer plant On the south edge of Haicheng is my secret stash? Once the heat dies down, I'll double my profit flipping these. Your embezzlement books are flashier than your lies. Trying to play Monopoly? You're not even close. Lu Yaozu, you got some nerve. Using me to cover your own crimes. And shield your smuggling? Last time, Lu Yaozu got exposed for this. 2 years later. And got 10 years in prison. I'm just using my past life's memory. And had someone go take pictures at the fertilizer plant early. Got the records. Cuff Lu Yaozu. Send a team to seal the warehouse at the southern fertilizer plant now. Seize everything inside. Don't miss a single piece of paper. No. Director Zhao. Let me explain. I've been set up. Lin Feng, you'll never die peacefully. Scum like you belong in the sewers. Hongxing needs a new order. Step 1 is stepping on these middlemen. Anyone who blocks Hongxing from now on. This is what happens. Boss Lin. That bastard's been taken in. Our parts crisis is over for now. Are we still leaving now? Let's go. Lu Yaozu's gone. But the joint venture's still there. And that foreign blockade is still up. We need to strike. At their key materials. Target, southwest, the old Third Front. Humph, Lu Yaozu's been caught. Find out Lin Feng's moves, got it? He dares to seek out other factories in the southwest. He thinks it's a grocery market? Call Zhao Dehua. The prey left the city. Tell his people to get ready in the southwest. I want Hongxing's truck convoy. Stuck in those mountains forever. Boss Lin, that's the 093 Special Materials factory ahead. One of the big Third Front factories back in the day. The only place in Huaxia that can make both space-grade EMP-resistant chips and T-700 special high-strength steel. Let's go see Director Chu. Hold up, Boss Lin. Put this on. Alright. Ha, Director Chu. This 10 million is a bearer note. It can be cashed in any time. Mr. Zhao has given the word. We'll take all of Factory 093's capacity for the next half year. The steel and chips you produce. Just stack them in the warehouse. No need to ship. Getting paid for doing nothing. This kind of luck falling from the sky. What are you hesitating for? Sun Yao, your boss Xiaoda is all about capital operations. Not real industry. They buy up capacity but never take delivery. You guys are wasting Daxia's industrial resources. I can't sign this. Old Chu, times have changed. Now, capital rules everything. Your factory is nothing. You probably can't even pay your workers anymore. Still talking about industrial resources here? Sign, and this money will save your lives. If you miss this chance, that's it. Trying to buy the backbone of industry with capital's scraps of paper. Zhao Dehan is scheming too much. Ha, so it's that scavenger from Haicheng. Boss Lin. The ban wasn't strong enough. Forced you to beg here in the mountains. Too bad you're late. Factory 093's capacity is already fully booked by our Mr. Zhao. Lin Feng, Mr. Zhao. Asked me to bring you a message. Building cars isn't for people like you. Go back and wait for bankruptcy. Director Chu, I'm Lin Feng from Hongxing Bus Factory. You're the one who wants to make electric cars, right? I've heard about you. But Manager Sun is right. Our factory's capacity might. Director Chu, don't rush to judge. Others buy your special steel. Just to let it rot in storage. To use it as leverage against rivals. I'm buying your steel. To make a homegrown machine. That can wreck those foreign joint venture cars. You're bluffing. With just a few lousy drawings? Old Chu, don't listen to him. He doesn't even have a deposit. Shut up. this motor mount structure, and this battery compartment's weight ratio. For example, this isn't some cheap gas-to-electric conversion. It's a real electric vehicle. Director Chu, good eye. This chassis. We're using the highest spec predictive data. But steel on the market now can't handle that much torque. Only factory 093's T700 high-strength steel can handle it perfectly. Director Chu, this data can do more than civilian cars. I've done my homework. Your team is working on a new off-road vehicle chassis. If you use my battery balance data and chassis reinforcement logic, your vehicle's torsional resistance can go up at least 30%. And I'm willing to share the underlying chassis logic with factory 093 for free. You mean free sharing? I'm Lin Feng, my word is my bond. What I want is a fully secure technology chain with no foreign blockages, totally independent and controlled supply chain. Your factory provides materials. We provide the tech. And together we'll smash the foreigners' rice bowls. Smash them good. A real smash. Old Chu, are you nuts? You're giving up that 10 million deposit? You dare offend Mr. Zhao? Get the hell out, Zhao. I've made steel my whole life. Not to be a dog for capitalists like you. Take your dirty money and get off my site. Lin Feng, don't get cocky. You pissed off Mr. Zhao. Let's see how your junk car gets launched. Even if you move the materials, you have no sales channels. We'll see soon enough. Sorry for the mess, Mr. Lin. From today on, Factory 093 special steel and chips. Hongqing can have as much as it wants. At cost. Thanks, Director Chu. Mr. Lin, this batch is Factory 093's pride. I look forward to your dawn. Kick those foreign brands out of Dacia. Don't worry, Director Chu. When this car launches, I'll show the world what made in Dacia means. Just a few lousy drawings. And they bought off old stubborn Chu Jiangwo. Useless. Zhao Dong, no need to get mad. Even if he gets the materials and makes the car, so what? New energy cars without charging stations are just scrap metal. Send the word out. Buy up all the commercial land around Hongqing bus factory. Deploy the engineering teams. Use wire fencing to block all 4 factory gates. Let their dawn rot in the workshop forever. Not a single one will roll out. Materials are in storage. 3 shifts running non-stop. Starting full vehicle assembly. Mr. Lin, the real test data is out. 0 to 104.8 seconds. Range is 450 kilometers. The scariest part is the chassis crash test. Using Plant 093's T700 specialty steel. Torsion resistance. It's 3 times stronger than the Empire's newest gas car. This is definitely not a civilian car. This is basically an armored vehicle dressed as an SUV. Register it. Notify the whole factory. The launch event is outside the factory gate at 8 a.m. Invite all Haiqing media. So what if you built the car, Lin Feng? All the commercial land around this factory has been fully bought by foreign capital. Without our permission. Your junk car won't even get out this gate. Step back. Mr. Lin, I respect your skills. But the auto industry is all about capital and supply chain. Without charging stations, new energy cars are just scrap metal. 500,000 to buy your blueprints and patents. Sign it and I'll have them remove the barbed wire. I'll give you a way out. Don't be ungrateful, Lin Feng. Mr. Hans is willing to offer you 500,000. Just out of pity. You've offended Chairman Zhao. And the foreign investors. You have no place left in Haicheng. 500,000 for the chassis blueprints. This is outright robbery. Hans, do you really think money can buy you everything in Dacia? Capital sets the rules. But in Dacia, foreign capital doesn't get to make the rules. Dong Gong, turn on the factory speakers. Connect to Dacia radio. Quit the tricks. Lin Feng. You think playing a few songs will knock down the fence? Even if you beg me today, That gate still won't open. Here's an important news announcement. Today in Dacia, the Ministry of Industry released a notice for the 10 by 1000 vehicles New Energy Vehicles Promotion Program. Dacia is investing billions to fast-track new energy infrastructure, cracking down on all industry monopoly and infrastructure blocking. 10,000 vehicles. Wow, what kind of policy is this? Haicheng is one of the pilot cities. The project will launch in the southern suburbs, starting soon. A 1,000-acre charging core demo zone. Any illegal occupation or blocking of new energy infrastructure will be forced out by the authorities. Who owns that 1,000 acres in the south suburbs? That's the old fertilizer factory site. A private buyer paid in full 6 months ago. You only controlled the past. I bought the future. That wasteland is now Dacia's demo zone, and the land you bought for the outer wall happens to fall right on Dacia's planned power line. Impossible. How could you know about Dacia's policy 6 months early? This has to be fake. This is Wang Hai, director of Haicheng office. We got a report. Someone is maliciously blocking key new energy companies from getting in and out. This land is now scheduled for municipal takeover. It'll all be cleared. Sorry for the trouble, Mr. Lin. The city cares a lot about Hongqing's Dawn project. After thorough review, the Dawn pure electric SUV from Hongqing fully meets all standards. It's now on the official bus list and the taxi procurement list. First order is for 10,000 units. Mr. Hans. Go tell your team. The era of gas cars is over at your HQ. Hongqing is now valued at 2 billion. You can use your 500,000 to buy yourself a plane ticket. $2 billion valuation. You fatten the pig before you kill it. Raise it big first. Pass down the word. Get ready for the Haicheng industry bid next week. I want Lin Feng to see. In the face of real capital. His little leverage isn't even enough to get him to the table. Boss Lin, the deposit for the 10,000 Dawn cars in Haicheng has already been credited to the company account. But we've hit a snag. Workshop number 1 is running at full capacity. Even with 3 shifts, max output is just 500 cars a month. To deliver 10,000 on schedule, our old production line can't handle it. We need to expand the factory. How much cash for a fully automated smart line? At least $1 billion. Materials, payroll, and settling previous supplier debts. We've burned through the deposit. Current liquid funds on our books. Less than $1 million. Head to Haicheng International Expo Center. Why are we going there? To attend the Industrial Investment Conference. To reclaim our rightful $1 billion. Hey, isn't that Manager Liu from Empire? Released so soon? Your family must have paid up, huh? Lin Feng, don't get cocky. Just because you got the order doesn't mean you win. Building cars is a bottomless pit. Go broke without money. Can't deliver? The penalty will clean out your assets. Lin Feng, you can still back out now. Hand over control of Red Star. Sell it to foreign investors. I can make that call. I'll give you a city apartment. Stop forcing it. Smart dogs don't block the road. Why are you acting tough? Let's see which investors dare fund you today. Red Star's current valuation is $2 billion. Greenhill Capital is offering $50 million. For 30% equity. Highwatt Capital offers $80 million. They want 40% shares. Plus veto power. Red Star only needs one partner. Only one condition, cash. Advance $1 billion to build the factory. Red Star keeps a 51% controlling stake. Plus company operations veto right. Ha ha ha. Crazy. $1 billion cash but won't give up control? Think you're a money printing machine? What bully terms. So arrogant. With these conditions, if anyone invests in him today, I'll eat this teacup. $1 billion. I'll offer it, Zhao Dahan. Boss Lin is bold. I like this deal. Dahan Capital will take it. Chairman Zhao is generous. But $1 billion isn't small change. To prove Red Star can handle this huge investment and risks, I've added an extra clause: in 3 days. Red Star must pay into our joint account a $30 million performance bond. If paid on time, the $1 billion will be credited immediately. If overdue or unpaid, Red Star is seen as defaulting. All shares must be handed over for free. Dahan Capital takes over completely. Boss Lin, don't sign. This is a deadly trap of linked terms. We can't even move $1 million right now. Where to find $30 million in cash? Signing gives away the factory. Lin Feng, why act so tough? You bought Red Star outright. And paid big for that southern suburb land. Plus paying those workers. You've run out of cash flow. Forget $30 million. You can't even pull out $300,000 now. Go ahead, sign it if you dare. Lin Feng, just give up. Kneel and beg Chairman Zhao now. Maybe you'll get the workshop supervisor job. You're just a broke nobody from the bottom. How are you going to compete with real capital? That's brutal, aimed right at Red Star's weakness. No cash flow is Red Star's fatal flaw. This young guy is done for. His cards are exposed. Dead end. Boss Lin won't dare sign. If you won't sign, step down. Hand over the order and the factory. Building cars isn't for poor folks like you. $30 million buys your $1 billion ticket. It's fair, Boss Lin. Boss Lin is decisive. 3 days from now. I want to see how Boss Lin fills that $30 million hole. Zhao Dahan, prepare $1 billion in cash. In 3 days, I'll show you. Capital can't swallow the bones of industry. Ha 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 ha. Chairman Zhao is sharp. This move is a masterpiece, drain his last resources. Lin Feng, that idiot actually signed. In 3 days, Red Star is yours. Once we take over Red Star, I'll make Lin Feng kneel at the gate. And lick my shoes clean. Right in front of him. I'll destroy that dumb EV project. This is what happens when you overreach. No background. Gets one lucky order and thinks he's king, keep dreaming. Send out the notice. Watch Red Star's company account closely. And tip off all bank managers in Haicheng. Anyone who loans Lin Feng a cent is against Dahan Capital. I want him to be stuck for these 3 days. No help, nowhere to turn. Understood. Mr. Lin, I'm back. Rejected by all major banks in Haicheng. Zhao Dahan put out the word. He's blocked all our financing channels. $30 million in cash in 3 days. It's simply impossible. No need to borrow. Take a flashlight and follow me. Mr. Lin. This air raid shelter was built with the factory. Abandoned for decades now. It's full of water and rats. Turn on the light. Gold bars. In the 60s, Great Xiao prepared for nuclear war. In core reserve plants along the coast, they secretly stored strategic hard currency. Red Star was Haicheng's only reserve vault. There is half a ton of strategic gold here. At current market prices, it's worth $400 million. The backbone Great Xiao left for industry. Compradors won't get their hands on it. Tomorrow morning, contact the special metal recyclers. Withdraw $50 million in cash first. In 3 days, we'll crush Xiao's face with it. Yes, Mr. Lin. Mr. Lin, you've had 3 cups of tea. The deadline for our gambling agreement is less than 50 minutes away. Is the $30 million deposit in the joint account? What's the rush? Stubborn to the end. Lin Feng, stop pretending. Of the 36 banks in Haicheng, I've even warned the credit unions. You can't even get a $10,000 loan now. How will you get $30 million? Face reality, Lin Feng. This is the power of capital. You think with just brute force and one order, you can make a comeback? In front of Chairman Zhao. Your pride is worth nothing. Lin Feng. Since we were almost family, I'll give you a way out. Sign the equity transfer papers now. Hand over control of Red Star. Chairman Zhao is generous. He might keep you as a technical consultant. Otherwise, once you default, you'll leave with nothing. And be buried in massive debt. Zhao, you only brought these 3 dogs? To take my factory? Who are you calling a dog? Sit down. Tough talk won't save Red Star, Mr. Lin. I brought my legal team today. To do things by the book. In 50 minutes. If the 30 million isn't there, Red Star is mine. Are you so certain, Zhao, that I don't have the money? Haicheng's finances are in my friend's hands. If I say you don't have it, you won't see a single cent. Since you're so sure you'll win, dare to raise the stakes? How do you want to bet? I heard Dahan Capital, just fully funded from the Empire, an automated car production line, valued at 200 million. If by 3 p.m. today, I put 30 million in the joint account, the 1 billion financing you promised must be paid in full within 30 minutes. If that billion doesn't arrive, you're in breach of contract, and that 200 million line goes to Red Star. Chairman Zhao, you can't agree. This isn't standard procedure. Moving a billion takes time. 30 minutes is impossible. What a bluff. Lin Feng, you want a quick end? I'll grant it. Lawyer Zhang. Draft the supplemental agreement. Chairman, the risk. He doesn't even have 300,000. Where would 30 million come from? I want him to lose fair and square. Agreement signed, Lin Feng. It's 2:45 now. 15 minutes left. Let's see how you conjure 30 million. Lin Feng, stop acting cool. Where's your old partner, Engineer Dong? Did he see the writing on the wall and pack his bags to run? Panting. Mr. Lin, mission accomplished. The funds are here. Open it. Look closely, Zhao. A 50 million bank draft. No way, we blocked every bank in Haicheng. Where did you get 50 million? This must be a fake note. Are you really forging financial bills? That's a serious crime. Humph, fake bills. Look closely, do you know who I am? I'm Zhou Jiangwo, director of the Haicheng Special Asset Management Bureau. This money is legit, it's part of the Daxia wartime material recovery. Daxia backs this settlement. You dare call this a fake? Chairman Zhao, my 50 million is already credited. It's 2:58 p.m. now. According to the addendum, within 30 minutes, your 1 billion loan must hit Hongxing's account. Send the money, Chairman Zhao. What now? Is your 1 billion just for show? Lin Feng, you set me up. You did this to yourself out of greed. Think capital can just swallow up industry? Time's up. Zhao Dahan, you defaulted. Bullshit, I don't accept that. A billion transfer needs procedure anyway. You're blackmailing me. Ripping up the contract won't help you, Chairman Zhao. Legal has both video and backups. President Lin, the city heard Hongxing's equity exchange is today, and sent me to keep an eye on things. Looks like someone's playing games here. Director Wang, this is just a misunderstanding. Yeah, had a cash flow snag. I can compensate you. No need to. It's all black and white on paper. A bet's a bet. Zhao Dahan broke the deal. His $200 million German contract plant now belongs to Hongxing. This contract is legal and binding. Chairman Zhao, sign off as required. Otherwise, law enforcement will freeze all Dahan Capital's assets. You're ruthless, Lin Feng. Take your people and get out of Hongxing. Dad. Lin Feng. Lin Feng. Please, help my dad. Call 911 and clear anyone not needed. There's another meeting soon. Nice work. The bosses weren't wrong about you. Hongxing's got skill. And guts. Director Dong, take your team and take over the Dahan line. Take it apart and ship it to Hongxing overnight for assembly. Production capacity is sorted. Next. I want dawn on every street in the province in a month. Yes. Disassemble. Director Dong, about this Dege equipment. The main board is locked. Forcing it might damage its accuracy. President Lin said. Our Hongxing system runs deep enough. Smash Dege's mainboard and sell it as scrap. We only need the mech wings and drive arms. My line, my money. Zhao Dahan, you're suspected of contract fraud. All your assets are now seized. You're coming with us. He survived. But the brainstem bleeds too big. He'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Prepare 300 grand for the follow-up treatments. He'll be in a wheelchair from now on. Get ready with 300,000 for future care. Miss Su, this is your termination letter from HQ. Su Hong severely violated company strategy and damaged our foreign reputation in China. We're not only ousting her, we'll also hold her liable for 30 million in losses. You can't do this. My dad worked for you for 10 years. Miss Su, you're on your own now. President Lin, the 200 million line is all in our books now. Never been this loaded. Being loaded is just on the surface. Cash in the account means nothing. Put it back into industry, and it becomes ammo. Invest every cent we have. Spend it all. First, start the new factory expansion. I want to build an intelligent EV plant on 3,000 mu of land. Annual capacity starts at 300,000 units. First, start the immediate expansion of our new plant. I'm building an intelligent auto plant covering 3,000 mu. Annual capacity starts at 300,000 vehicles. Second, set up Red Star's independent EV R&D lab. Starting today, all motors, controllers, and batteries will be self-developed. Even a single screw can't be from foreign suppliers. President Lin, this is a big move. Those overseas giants will definitely freak out. They own most global tech patents. If they're anxious, it means we're on the right path. Technology is won through action, not by begging. President Lin, Ulf Sangawa is here. A top 10 VC head in China. They've all squeezed into the meeting room. Go meet them. If you want to join Red Star, you're welcome, but there's just one rule. Red Star only takes pure financial investments. Any invested capital must sign a no voting rights agreement. Red Star only takes pure financial investments. Any invested capital must sign a no voting rights agreement. Absolute control and strategic decisions of Red Star must always stay with Daxia Industrials. President Lin, that's not standard practice. Who pays in without power? Here at Red Star, my word is the rule. If you disagree, the door's on the left. See yourself out. Capital, production lines, and technology are all set. The fight back against foreign ICE cars officially begins. Latest news from our station. Former JV car giant Balu Motors has failed in core technology upgrades and Chinese market share plummeted. Today, they officially filed for bankruptcy. What are you doing? Why are you spacing out? Hurry up and clear the gate pathway. President Lin will be back soon after inspecting the new plant. If you delay the welcome, be ready to get fined. President Lin. What kind of work is this? Clean this place up right now. Then go to finance and settle your account. Lin Feng. Lin Feng. Lin Feng, I was wrong. I really know I messed up. Think of our 5 years together. Please help me. My dad is paralyzed. I can't even pay next month's medical bills. If you just give me money, I'll do anything for you. I'll clean up at Red Star for life. I'm begging you. 5 years together. Back when we were at the Marriott. You spilled red wine on me. 5 years together. Back when we were at the Marriott. You spilled red wine on me. When you broke off our engagement in public. You didn't mention our 5 years. Lu Yaozu held you with Baolu's car keys in his hand. And you laughed that all I had was a cheap old car. You didn't mention those 5 years then. Sume, stop hiding behind our past. You never loved me. You just love winning. You never saw the future of Dacia Industrials. Just the flashy cars, rings, and vanity. You're begging me now. Not because you feel sorry for me. But because I won. And you can't even afford a meal. You're begging me now. Not because you feel sorry for me. But because I won. And you can't even afford a meal. Check Su Hongjiang's hospital account. See how much medical fee is missing. And pay it all at once. Yes, President Lin. Thank you, thank you. Lin Feng, that's enough. This money isn't charity. It's buying out the meal your family gave me. From here on, don't show up in my life again. Ha ha ha. Today, on behalf of Red Star Group, I'm making an announcement to the world. The third-generation EV motor and solid-state battery developed by Red Star, plus our core vehicle control system, will be fully open-source globally. The era of Western auto industry monopoly is over. The age of Dacia Industrial's global rise starts now.